Real estate agent schedule. And the real estate agent schedule, although we have a template here, is something that is going to look completely different for everyone. And so I do have something for you to follow, or at least to fall back on when you don't know exactly what to do or where to start, or maybe you're in the process of reframing how this business looks for you. Wherever you're at, I think this schedule will at least get you started in the right direction or allow you to change into something that actually works. And if you need this, I'll gladly send it over to you. Just do me a favor, message me and I'll send this to you. What's up? How are you doing? But let's get right into this. Let's not waste any time. Win 2 hours every day, right? I like that. Let's get started. And again, if you need this, just message me on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, or in the comments of the YouTube video if you're watching this on YouTube, and I'll send this over to you. Let's get started. Again, hey, how are you? First things first, remember, this is going to look different for everyone. So don't expect this to be the same every day or exactly look like this. People wake up at different times, people go to bed at different times. This is just an outline. Here we go. Very first thing I want you to look at is in the morning. It's 6:30 a.m. I don't care what time you wake up. This is just 6:30 a.m. If you wake up at 7:30, 8:30, doesn't matter, or even earlier, 4:30. The idea is to have some type of a routine, that can help you focus and help you get started so you decide to make the choices that you want every day. A lot of stuff happens to you daily. And for me, I've got something very simple. It's called the Marvel routine. And if you've been following me, you know what it is. If not, there's a great YouTube video on it. Just type in Marvel schedule for daily routine and you'll see it. It's just meditation, affirmations, record your previous day, visualize, exercise, and learn something. Super easy. 7:30 to 8. Now, you see how 7 to 7:30 I skipped it. I'm like, hey, you know what? Get ready, do your thing. But 7:30 to 8, we're really looking to get everything ready. There's a lot of real estate agents start at 8 and get everything going. They're going to start making calls. They're going to just get the process of making the actual connections with their clients. So 7:30 to 8 is where you start getting everything ready. That means sending out the emails, checking your emails, making sure that you've got the market analysis. For me, that time when it's not my turn to take my kids to school, right? Then at that time, I'm looking through and I'm saying, hey, what am I looking at for news? What am I looking at for what's happening in the real estate market? Because I'm going to have conversations with clients. I want to be able to pull from something that's relevant. And I want to make sure that if anyone brings up anything, I know exactly what they're referring to. All right. So now 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock is the morning preparation. You can check your emails, return any urgent calls, review your schedule for the day. But if you're making expired calls, and sometimes we do, we choose to make them between 8 to about 8:30 a.m. and just new expireds. Why? If you're calling expireds, and I'm not saying you should or you shouldn't, I'm just saying if you're calling expireds, the new ones tend to go really quick. People are calling them sometimes before 8. And so by the time I'm calling them at 8:01, 8:05, they're like, hey, interesting, two people call me before you, or yeah, what's going on? And then at least it's not like, what the hell is this? You're the 80th caller, right? That's a little bit better. So if you're calling expireds, call them around that time. Next, 8:30 to 10 a.m. That's a big slot right there. We use it for actually making calls, emails, text. I don't care how you prospect. I don't care what you do in reaching out to people. The whole idea is to connect with people, right? It's about building relationships. And for us, you can see right there, it says send out emails, texts to potential clients. This could include people that have shown interest in your websites, on social media. It doesn't matter. For us, that time is for prospecting, for calling, for connecting with people. Now, 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., I call it networking. And that's a little bit different. In fact, someone on the team who does this really well is Jacob Stiegel. He does a really good job connecting with other agents and brokers or professionals in the field of title, inspection, other service providers, other vendors, but other agents. It allows you to build this network of amazing agents and of amazing people that you can go out and say, hey, I'm working with a client. Do you have a house coming up on the market? In fact, that's how Jacob uses it at that time. So for you looking in networking time, if you don't like it, fit something else in. I think this space right here is a space that's growing more. I put 30 minutes into it, but listen, you could do a lot more time. For us, it's 20, 30 minutes a day, but it's LCM. It's like, comment, message. Again, if you don't know what that is, Google it. It's on YouTube, LCM, and then just put my name, Tristan. And it'll show you exactly what we do on social media, which is going through Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or all three and liking, commenting, and messaging people to engage with them. It is a form of prospecting. It is a form of creating relationships and using your social to connect with people. Next, we're looking at 11 to 12. That's when, and sometimes it's 11 to 1, depending on who you're showing, where it's at, how far. But for us, it really depends. So we left it 11 to 12 if it's super local, showing property, taking a look at property, or breaking it up and saying, hey, I've got lunch. Here's what it looks like. But usually 12 to 1 is when your clients are also available. If they work a normal 9 to 5 and sometimes they have that lunch break, you can go and show them property at that time. Next, 1 to 1:30, administrative tasks. So you've got to do all your paperwork, get back to all, if you don't have a TC, if you don't have an admin, this is when you do some of it. And look, 30 minutes, 1 to 1:30 may not be enough for sure. It may take like 1 to 2 or 1 to 2:30. The point is it's there. And 1:30 to 2 is all the text backs, all the callbacks, or the emails that came through that you weren't available for at the time because you were prospecting, showing property, and so forth. Now, you've got 2 to 3 p.m. You don't usually see this one in agents' calendars, or they don't make time for it, and it's really a big detriment. You're watching it right now. In fact, you're watching some agents freak out and they're like, my gosh, we're going to die in this new world with whatever happens with the proposed settlement. I don't know how to handle it. And a lot of the challenges you're facing in real estate and in life are all up here. And the more time you give yourself to preparing yourself, learning and going through and just giving yourself some love, some knowledge, some experience, that goes a long way because most of the battles you're going to face are in your head. It's how you see the world, how you see the opportunities, or whether or not you're a victim. 3 to 4 p.m., tie up loose ends. All the little things that you may have missed, any responses, any emails, messages, anything, 3 to 4. And obviously, this is all very different. If you've got to pick up the kids, if you have to do other things, remember, this is just a template. All right? Just a template. 4 to 6 p.m., showing property. I've gone up until 4 to 8 p.m. And it ends right here. But I've gone to 8. I've shown property at 9, 10. It doesn't matter. Again, 4 to 6 is when somebody says, hey, I'd like to see property. You can at least give them a time frame so they know. And if it falls outside of that, great, do it. And go back to this the following day. If you don't have anybody to show property to, use it as an opportunity for client follow-up or go back to LCM. Now, your end of the day could be at 7, it could be at 8, I don't know. But at some point, you're going to have to wrap up. You're going to have to wrap up and finish because you'll find when you're in this business for a while that things never end. They keep going. You think, well, I'll just finish. But it doesn't end. It never ends. And so for me, the last piece to this is what I call prepare. And this is the evening routine. I have a whole routine called prepare to marvel, right? The evening one and the morning one. I find that your success will start the night before on how you plan, how you look at things. And so prepare is just planning, reviewing what happened today, exercise, and go through this whole process of looking at life a little bit differently so you can slow down right? And if you need this, let me know. I will gladly send it over to you. And if you need the daily routine for morning and evening, I can send those to you as well. Any questions you have, send them my way. Hope you enjoy this. Remember, it's just a template. You can go back to it. You can take off what you like. Sorry, take off what you don't like, add what you like, tweak it. It's just for you. Have an awesome day.